In today's video, we're gonna be doing two separate things. We're gonna be starting our tomato seeds and a couple of other seeds. I'm gonna share with you all the varieties that I'm gonna be doing today. If you guys want to know how I start my seeds, I did a seed starting video just a couple videos ago. I'll link it for you guys at the end, but we're also gonna be doing a Haas Tools haul. And I don't wanna be too repetitive because I did do a seed starting video recently. So in this video, I figured I would do something a little bit different, and that is share with you guys the things that I learned in the comment section of that video. First thing that I learned was using a dollar store just cheapo tablecloth to lay down underneath it in order to make cleanup significantly easier. And it is amazing. I love this tip. It is fantastic. And I got it at the $1.25 tree. Another thing that I learned was last time we started celery, and those actually need light to germinate, just like the lettuce. So if you guys are starting celery seeds, make sure you just lay them on top and then make sure they have access to light because they need that in order to sprout. Another option that you can do, if you guys remember, I pour hot boiling water over the seed starting mix that I make myself. That kills off a lot of the funky stuff that might be growing in there, any eggs that might be present, things like that. But another person had suggested just moistening the soil and baking it at 350 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. Last time I was starting seeds with my dad, which is a while ago, he would do the same thing, but he would pop it in the microwave. So the idea of it is just to kind of heat the soil up to kill anything funky that might be in there. One other thing that I was not aware of, because I've never actually grown eggplants, but somebody had told me that the eggplants also benefit quite a lot from being on a seed mat. So if you have enough seed mats to go around, which I don't, it's good to put them on a heat mat. The heat just helps them to germinate. And then I also walked you guys through my gardening lean-to area out in my garden, and I was talking about wanting to organize it and build some kind of a bench for it. Somebody's like, just use a folding table, like one of those plastic folding tables. So yes, please. That is way easier. One other thing as far as eggplants go that's not necessarily seed starting related, but they said that flea beetles really love the eggplants, so putting a net over them would be super beneficial. We have netting, so that shouldn't be an issue. And starting brassicas. I guess in my area, I probably should have started them back in December or January. Note for next time, but she also suggested in the same comment, she said that planting them a little bit closer together will help to kind of shade each other out so that they can handle the heat a little better, because we all know the brassicas, the whole family, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, all of those things, they really don't like the heat. So planting them closer together, I guess, will help to shade them out. So I just wanted to share all those cool little tips with you guys. And now we are gonna go through our seed varieties. And I have 2.5 of these filled up. Well, I mean, almost to 3, but I have another batch that's cooling off right now. So once that cools off, then I'll just finish out the rest of these. But I'm gonna be starting 5 trays. Most of these I'm gonna start 4 varieties of, but some of these that are like the smaller trays, I'm gonna start a little bit more. And so we're gonna do purple Coban Tomatillo, a pineapple Tomatillo, purple, and Dr. Wychee's yellow. And then this one is just a green Tomatillo, Rio Grande, hyssop, and anise. These ones are all gonna get 8. I just divided up each tray by how many starts I had and came to that. And I already have everything all organized and in order with the tags already written up. I just find that works a lot better for me when I'm ready to tackle the project. I can just bust it out and it's not going to take forever, because as you can see, I'm in my dining room and I don't like to take up a whole lot of space and make it filthy and have it take forever. So if I have everything that is needed to prep for it ahead of time, it just makes things go smoother, makes me feel better, makes everybody in the house happier. So, all right, so I'm going to do 1 tray of these are 72 cell trays. I get these from Bootstrap Farmer. I think they're fan-freaking-tastic. The trays are the actual, like the colored 1020 trays are fantastic. I love that they have the colors because it makes them a lot easier to clean. But these things right here, this is their older model, and I feel like they're not quite as good quality as the other stuff. It still lasts for years and years, and it's very sturdy, but they do have a newer kind that's coming out. It's a little more expensive than those ones, but any of the plug trays that I buy in the future, those are gonna be the ones that I'm most likely gonna be purchasing. They seem like they're just as durable plastic as the actual seed trays. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting some of those. I'll be sure to link those for you guys down below so you can check them out if you're interested. But okay, so Sweetheart Cherry, Napa Chardonnay. These were like prolific when I was growing them in Washington. Gold Nugget, Principe Borscht. These ones are more intended for, I believe you can use them for sauces as well as like sun-dried tomatoes. These ones were also crazy prolific. Black cherry tomatoes, I love those things. I bought these last year, but I didn't, or the year before, but I didn't have the chance to grow them. These are Lucky Tiger tomatoes. They look pretty interesting. Sunrise Bumblebee, Isis Candy Cherry, White Cherry. Those are really good too. And these ones, I have no idea how to pronounce them, but these ones I was turned on to by my dad. These things they're right up there with the, what is it, Sweet Million or something like that. These are unbelievably prolific and so just unbearably delicious. Like I can't even, they're just amazing. And they're heirlooms, so you can actually save the seeds and regrow them like you can't with, I think it's the Sweet Million, Sweet 100, I can't remember. But anyways, Matt's Crazy Cherry Tomatoes. These things are actually really old, and they were my husband's before we got married. And so they grew last year, so I would expect they will this year too. Sweetie Tomato, Red Centiflora, Bosque Blue Bumbleberry. I really like all these like bumblebee varieties, but the colors do tend to make it a little bit more difficult to tell when you're just looking at them if they're ripe or not. So, you know, you just have to watch them pretty closely, and they are worth it for the flavor for sure. Pink Bumblebee, Blueberries, Blue Goldberries, as you can tell I like these types, Blue Cream Berry. And that's it for the cherry tomatoes. And the cherry tomatoes is gonna be 4 of each variety. And then these are the paste Roma style tomatoes. They're gonna be 8 of these. A Jersey Devil, Federal, Opalka, Sheboygan, Roma, and Martinez Roma, Amish Paste, San Marzano, and San Marzano Lungo number 2. So those ones are going to be super good. Then on to, these ones are kind of more the sauce type, a little bit of slicers in there as well. But I'm going to be doing a couple more of the Missouri Pink Love Apple and Arkansas Traveler, because I just had a little bit more space, and so I just decided to do a few extra of those. And then we have the Quadro Tomato, Trophy Tomato, Triple Crop, Abe Lincoln, German Pink, Pink Oxheart, Bonnie's Best, Black Vernisage, I don't know how to pronounce that, Mortgage Lifter, Carbon, Thorburns Terracotta, Hillbilly, Ukrainian Purple, Beefsteak, and Big Rainbow. These ones are pretty much all like heirlooms, so I can save the seeds from them, which I think I'm finally gonna tackle this year. I'll be sure to bring you guys along for that adventure. I haven't really done a whole lot of seed saving, but it is definitely a skill that in this day and age is something that we should all try and figure out how to master. I know the tomatoes are self-pollinating, so there's not quite the risk of cross-contamination, or cross-pollinating rather, as there are with a lot of other ones. So I'm definitely looking forward to having kind of a fairly simple introduction to seed starting, or saving. And then these ones are more like slicers, a little bit more on the unique heirloom side for each. So we have Tomato Carbon Baker Creek seed version, I have a couple in here. And then a Cosmic Eclipse, Cherokee Purple from So True Seeds, Dr. Wychee's Yellow, Anna's Noir. These ones, I saw these online, and the insides of these are like amazing. Like, they are so gorgeous. I had to find them, and I did. Baker Creek Paul Robeson Tomato and M.I. Gardner version, Black Crim, Cherokee Purple, Berkeley Tie-Dye Green, black from Tula, chocolate stripes tomato, a Zoichka. These ones are really good, especially on tomato sandwiches. Amana tomato, and Berkeley tie-dye pink sun globe, Brandywine black, green zebra, and Kellogg's breakfast. So we have a huge variety of colors, shapes, sizes, pretty much all, for the most part, these are all heirloom seeds, so I can save the seeds from pretty much all of these, and I'm really excited about that. If you guys have any tips on seed saving for just about anything, if you guys could leave it in the comment section below. When I'm ready to start saving seeds, I'll make sure to include any of the tips that you guys have for us. So since we've already done the seed starting, I'm just gonna do those off camera, but I really wanna share with you guys something I got from Haas Tools. If you guys were watching, we had a collaboration called Fermented February, and that was where a bunch of us creators got together and made a video every day in the month of February, and a lot of the giveaways were sponsored by Haas Tools. And then after the collaboration was over, they sent me a sweet little care package, and I started to open it, but then I was like, you know what, I bet you guys would probably enjoy this too. So we're gonna go through the care package that they sent me, which was super duper sweet. And I kind of know what's in here because I did open it, but not everything, because some things are individually packaged and I just figured you guys would enjoy it, so I saved it. Alrighty, so they sent me, which I am so incredibly pumped about, it's a beneficial insect wildflower mix. It's a big old package of these. I'm just gonna spread these around. We have a big field over there that we don't have any immediate plans for, so I'm gonna sow a bunch of seeds out there. I'm just gonna throw them out there, see what happens with it, and just get a nice field of some beautiful flowers, you know, probably a couple times out of the year. So that's gonna be exciting. Set this on the ground here. And then they sent me a t-shirt, Haas Tools, and it's a row by row t-shirt. If you guys don't know, they do a very frequent, I'm not sure, I think it's once a week, but it could be more often. They have their own, it's like a live stream sort of thing where they just get together and talk about a bunch of stuff with their business, as well as just giving a bunch of tips on things that they're doing, things that are seasonally relevant, and you can learn a ton. And then seed packs. Got a sweet little note on the back there. Thank you, Mama Haas. Let's see what we got here. I'm so excited. Y'all know how much I love seeds. Okay, so we have a Mardi Gras Dwarf Blend Sunflower, which is, sunflowers are, it's hard to say anything else is my favorite. I don't know if I want to say it is absolutely my favorite, but sunflowers have been my thing since childhood. I don't know what it is about them, but they're just like amazing. And of course, these are dwarf zinnia mix. I also love zinnias. I love anything that has like a nice, big, beautiful flower. Danvers number 126 carat. Tama Verde Tomatillo. So we'll probably plant this with our things, because I do have a couple ones that I'm doing doubles of with different varieties, and I think I'll just substitute probably some of these tomatoes in with it. Brandywine pink tomato. Ooh, I needed some of this. Thyme. I really want to get my herb stuff going on. A baby leaf lettuce mix. Emerald green velvet okra. Oh, I am a recent convert to okra, and I'm so excited about that. Momentum bush bean. I haven't even heard of this variety before. I'm looking forward to that one. California Wonder bell pepper. This one just says premium garden seeds. Oh, Rosa Bianca eggplant. All right. Texas early white onion. Lemon basil. That's a new one for me. I'm looking forward to that one. Delectable melon. I am really gonna get on my melon game this year. I think it'll be really great to have just a bunch of nice hydrating watermelons and melons and things like that going in the garden. So I'm looking forward to that. A calendula Prince mix. Ooh, sage too. Seriously, I'm gonna get my seed garden going this year, so that's exciting. Roselle hibiscus. Roselle hibiscus. I can make the wine that she made. Oh, that's exciting. Hyssop. Hops. Ooh, Robert and I were talking about wanting to grow some hops because he's really interested in making alcohols and things like that. So that's a good one. We can actually make beer. And then catnip. Ooh, we've been wanting to grow catnip for a while now. So that's so exciting. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and get busting out on these tomato starts. And once we get these under the light, I'll bring you in there, show them to you, and then I'll show you all of the starts that we did last time. I'm a little bit off on my starting schedule, and I'm like a week behind on these tomatoes, and the ones that are supposed to come afterwards, I just simply don't have the room in there to start them. And I have some greenhouse plastic headed my way. It's supposed to get here on Monday. So I'm gonna share with you guys the process of redoing that greenhouse out there. And then once the greenhouse is up and running, we can put some of the colder crops in there, and that'll give us a little bit more room to do things with. So I've intentionally decided to hold off on this week's planting. Apart from, these are last week's planting. So I'm holding off on this week's planting until we get the greenhouse up and running, because we are headed into, in about 5 days, I think the temperatures are supposed to completely crash. So I think it would just, if I can just wait on starting these seeds, it just makes more sense because I don't have the room inside. So I'm gonna bring you guys back here in just a minute. So I got all those done pretty dang quick, certainly at least as far as how long it normally takes me. And I got them all ready to go. Most of them are up here. I got everything else watered. I realized that I should have done that sooner. I think I might have killed off some of my starts. I'm terrible at watering, like full transparency, I suck. So some of these ones kind of look like they got started, but we'll see. I watered them, and I have definitely had my fair share of miracles when it comes to starts. So hopefully those will be doing good. Definitely the colder crops are doing the best by far. All the cabbages and broccolis and stuff like that. So that's encouraging. I will definitely link all of the seed companies that I use down below for you. If you guys have any tips on how to start seeds, how to sow seeds, how to, not sow, it's the same thing, but how to start seeds, how to save the seeds, any kind of gardening tips, I would love to learn down below. I'll be able to kind of incorporate your tips in the coming gardening season. So I hope that you guys are looking forward to that. We're still gonna be doing a ton of gut health stuff and a ton of gardening, all that kind of homesteading type of stuff. Make sure you guys are staying tuned, because this week we have a massive announcement for you guys. I'm super excited about it. I know you guys are gonna be excited about it too. So stay tuned for that one. And if you guys want to know how I started these seeds, make sure you check out this link right here. This is how I start my seeds and how you guys can learn also. So peace out, sauerkraut.